All right, sound check. 3, 2, 1. ABC. 1, 2, 3. You and me. Do re mi. All right, folks, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Wednesday, Hump Day, September 22nd. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Follow the top scorers each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. All right, welcome to the show, folks. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's right, the crazy Canuck above the 49th parallel. Hopefully you're having yourself a good day. Hope you had a good night last night. And I see Telly's in the house. Eddie O's in the just chiming in right now. Hopefully you're not texting and driving there today, Eddie O. He says, "Good morning, Ron. I was watching the Blue Jay game yesterday. I didn't like what Tampa Bay did. I think if you took something that doesn't belong to you, that's not only cheating, that's thief." Hopefully you played the under in that game, Eddie O, because the under is what you wanted to play last night. But if you are new to the Raymond Report, again, this is a channel dedicated for the sports betting industry. And what we do is we educate the new bettor. We have a lot of old bettors, and everything is sound check is good. That's awesome. So yeah, so basically what we do is we're a potpourri of everything. And each and every day, we always like to change it up a bit. And during football season, like to Thursdays dedicate to college football. Friday is Football Friday. And then Saturday to Wednesday, again, it's a variety of things. And today, as you know, I'm always like to be organized. So I got my schedule today. And we're going to have a lot of information for you guys here today. But before we get to that, don't forget, the objective of this show is to always get you to the winner's circle at the end of the night. So this way you can make Cash Out Monday, because I always ask this question: when was the last time you cashed out at your sports book, your bookie, or whatever you play? And the goal is to hopefully you do cash out, right? Again, if you're interested in some of my videos, all you got to do is go to my YouTube channel, look for the Raymond Report. You'll see I got top 30 sports betting video tips, and a lot of these tips are coming into action right now. So it's always good if you got some spare time at night or on the weekends or during the day. Go check out those videos. They're very not educated, but informative, and hopefully you get educated, and hopefully it'll help you win some money down the road, right? And if you're interested in my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, go to atsstats.com, go to Tools, go to 50 Greatest Sports Betting Secrets, and you can get my book right here, or you can get it on Amazon just by visiting our website, or amazon.com or .ca or wherever you're from, right? Speaking of tutorial videos, if you want to learn about the Raymond Report, go to Tools, go to ATS Tutorials, and if you want to learn the sports betting system, I got 18 videos. They're short videos, about 5 minutes in length, and it gives you a breakdown of exactly what is the Raymond Report, how to how I treat sports betting. And if you're new here, I look at my fundamentals of sports handicapping, right? I just like a football coach. I coach football, and just like when you coach football, or you're playing any sports, or if you're in any trade, you always have fundamentals. And my fundamentals in sports betting, since the goalposts have changed the last 10, 20 years, you got to have value, you got to have percentage play, and you got to play those performance indicators, right? You got to look for those indicators, and hopefully it leads you to the winner's circle. And if you do like horse racing, we do have some great horse racing videos right here. I got a little video about, 13 minutes on some of the best ways to bet on horses. Also, if you're interested in my picks, my top plays each and every day, you can get them with your membership here at atsstats.com. If you use promo code FB21, that's F as in Frank, B as in Bravo, 21, you can get 20% off your next membership package, and that promotion will end at the end of September. So if you're thinking about getting a membership, now would be the time before September 30th, because once we hit October 1st, that promo code will no longer work. And if you're interested in my top plays, my premium picks, I'm very selective. I only have a few a week, and when I do win, hopefully we can cash you some money here using the premium picks at atsstats.com. And don't forget, you want to check out guys like Eddie O, who are making their picks each and every day at bullpenpicks.com. And there's a lot of good handicappers here. And folks, one of the objectives of building a network of sites is getting people buying into your philosophy of how to be a better sports bettor, how to make money. And the way you do that, you need tools, right? You got to have tools in your toolbox. Bullpenpicks.com is a great sports betting tool, and what you want to do is follow other top pickers. Now, I'm not saying you need them to win, but if you do have your own way of handicapping and you want to validate your picks and you say, you know what, I really like, say, the Blue Jays today against Tampa Bay, or I like the Yankees or whatever. Well, as soon as you follow somebody, go to your following page, and then on this page right here, you're going to see the people you're following, their selections, and then you only follow the top pickers, and this way it validates what you like. And if you really respect the people you're following, then they might talk you off or on a game, right? And Hail Mary Picks, so now that football is underway, HailMaryPicks.com is another football site, and so that's baseball. Bullpen Picks is baseball. HailMaryPicks.com is our football site, and then pretty soon HockeyPicks.com and BBallPicks.com will all be in the mix. And you know what the best part about all these websites? They're free. That's right. You can follow some of the top pickers for free at Hail Mary or bullpenpicks.com. All right, I want to welcome everybody to the show this morning. I see we got people stumbling, rumbling, tumbling into the old bullpen. And there's Underdog Snipers in the house, Telly's in the house. And welcome and good morning to everybody who tunes in each and every day at the Rain Report. Appreciate you guys coming in, loyal followers. And, like I always say, as long as you guys show up, I'll keep showing up. And the only time I won't show up is this Monday, as I'm going to the optometrist to get my old eyesight check, right? Once you, it's funny, every 2 years, it's not every year, right? The optometrist, you got to go every second year. I don't know why they do that, but hey, we'll go and we'll get the old eyeballs checked out this weekend, right? So I can see you guys better on Tuesday. There's Ball Cash. How you doing, Ball Cash from the ATL? Always following in, and hopefully you're doing very well there, Ball Cash. And all right, so let's get on with the show. Got a great show for you guys here lined up today. I've been spending yesterday. I went, you know what? I got to fine tune the show and get more pearls, because at the end of the day, what does my good friend Greg Dempson always says? Give them pearls, baby. That's all they want. They want pearls. So that's my job, is to give you guys some pearls each and every day. So this way, you can cash in those pearls for some cash, right? All right, let's go to Indiana Grand. We always kick off respects to the horse racing industry. Now, Wednesday is a pretty light day in the horse racing industry, so we're going to go to Indiana Grand, $8,000 claiming race, $225 post time at Indiana Grand, 6 furlongs on the dirt, and we're going to go 5-7-4 today at Indiana Grand. Luna Love with Mojica taking a ride here on Luna Love. The number 7 horse for second place, Miss Helen Back with A.A. Rodriguez, and the 4th horse, Thirst Trap with E.E. Perez on Thirst Trap, the 4 horse, 15-1 morning line. Look at those odds on Miss Helen Back and Thirst Trap. 20-1, 15-1, and Luna Love 9-2. Now, if you're going to play the today an exacta, I'm going to recommend 5-7, 7-4, 4-2. Don't forget to box it. And if you're going to play a trifecta, 5-7-4, 2-7-4. Always remember to box those horses. And if you're going to play the joker, the value play of the day, the number 2 horse, Where the Money Went, a chard taking the ride on the number 2 horse, Where the Money Went, 9-2 morning line on the 2 horse, Where the Money Went. And again, if you play the 2 horse, I always recommend the Double Dutch betting system, and that is, if you want to, say you got a $20 budget, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the 2. He comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, you get paid once. And again, folks, Indiana Grand today for free, just by visiting our website right here at atsstats.com. That is atsstats.com. All right, what do we got on deck? I'm going to say good morning here to Mitchell Watson's in the house, and hopefully you're having a good morning, Mitchell. Get those peppers pep by the pepper. What the heck are you talking about, Sniper? Hey, Sniper, you got that Irish coffee going this morning or what here, eh? A little Irish coffee, a little early, but as Jimmy Buffett would say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So hey, who am I to judge, right? All right, let's take a look at what we have on tap. Yeah, always the sports betting index, and let's see what the SBI says here today and how the baseball market did last night. And what we do in this segment, if you are new to the Raymond Report, this is my Dow Jones Industrial, and I take a look at what has come in each and every day. And you can see last night 8-7 for the favorites, 3-11-1 to the under. Look at that. Look at the under. After a big day of neutrals the last couple of days. So on the 7-day average, favorites are still winning at 59.7. The overs at 45.6. And the under 54.1. And those are your SBI, your sports betting index for Major League Baseball. And we'll see how the favorites do in the next couple of weeks as we're down the wire, eh? Down the stretch they come in Major League Baseball, the wild card races. And let's see if Bubblegum's going to stick to the rail and get those wild card, eh? Tickle Bunny, Bubblegum, some of the funniest names I know in horse racing. All right, what else we got here? Let's go to the NFL football standings. I want to show you guys this here. If you are betting NFL football, again, always be in touch with the market, see what's going on, see who's who in the zoo, right? And every year it's always different, especially the first 3 weeks of NFL football. And you can see so far on the season now, everything in yellow is if to me everything in yellow is good because it there's no real what am I trying to say here? When everything is neutral, so there's no big separation between you and the bookmaker, even footing, right? It's very balanced. That's the word I'm looking for. Very balanced. So anything in red or green means you're late to the party, right? Late to the party in regards to that the underdogs are 21-11 the first 2 weeks of NFL football. So, again, anytime you see green or yellow, green or red, that means you're late to the party. And if you're in red, that means you're really late because if you're betting a lot of favorites, you're 11-21-0 against the point spread betting favorites in NFL the first 2 weeks. But look at it's always amazing. I'll say, I sound like a broken record when I say this all the time. The totals, the bookmakers do a great job on the totals, on the number. Look at the over-under. 15-17 on the year for the 15 overs, 17 unders. 46.8% of the overs have cashed in this year. Now, when I look at these numbers, I'm saying, okay, so the underdogs are winning at a pretty good clip, right? And you know what's really impressive is that the underdogs are 14-18 on the season. That's not bad. Underdogs are winning 43.7% of the year. Normally, underdogs win about 30-35% in football, right? Straight up. But 21-11 against the point spread. Now, which role is the best role for these underdogs to cash in, right? So if you scroll right down here, pick them to +3. Underdogs are 6-4, but here's where you're making your money if you're betting underdogs. +3.5 to 6.5 underdogs, 12-4 for 75%. So if you're betting the underdogs the first 2 weeks of football, 12-4, you're smiling like a butcher's dog. But again, anything green and red means you're late to the party. And if you're in red, you're really late, right? You wish you were on the other side. So you can see which, let me see, is it maybe road favorites or home underdogs? Home underdogs 5-3 at 3.5 to 6.5, and road underdogs are 7-1. Look at that. Road underdogs of +3.5 to 6.5 are 7-1 for 87.5%. So if you're sitting there wondering, I know you can't sleep at night because you're thinking, Ron, tell me where all these underdogs are coming in. Well, I just did. So this way you can sleep better at night, right? So there's your morning pearls right there in the NFL football. All right, speaking of see some people talking about baseball, and right now I want to say good morning to there's Crazy Cloud Z and Jermaine Brown. Good morning, Jermaine. And I thought I saw, did I see Isaiah yet? No, Isaiah hasn't cashed in there. Probably at the chiropractor today. Hey, going to see his Calgary Stampeder buddy, maybe cracking his back or something, right? Morning, missed the Red Sox under last by the hook yesterday. Yeah, we got hooked. We got hooked yesterday on the over. That's the only one I lost yesterday was the over in the Boston Red Sox. I had St. Louis Cardinals as my upset special, and I also had the under in the Toronto Blue Jays. That was a nice winner. So I went to the winner's circle last night. I didn't see any of you guys. Hey, where were you guys at the winner's circle last night? I was waiting for my buddies to show up, and nobody showed up. All right, speaking of Major League Baseball, we got a couple of day games here today. So what I want to do is I went to my faithful database, which I go to each and every day, And I want to say, you know what? Let's take a look at day game records on the season, right? There's certain things you want to check out once in a while, and you want to see, okay, what's coming in this season in day games, first game of a series, fourth game, third game of a series, getaway day. But let's take a look at day games this year, and let's see which teams have been the best day game teams. And you know what? So there's only 3 teams in Major League Baseball this year that have 30 wins or more during day games. Those teams, well, I'll give you a hint. 2 of them are playing at Tropicana Field today. That's right. Toronto Blue Jays, 32-14 during day games, but 14-31-1 to the under. So look at that. 32-14 during day games, 14-31-1 to the under. Pearls, baby. Hey, where's Greg Dempson when you need him, right? Give him pearls, baby. That's all they want. They want pearls. There's some pearls right there. Tampa Bay. Where's Tampa Bay? Here's Tampa Bay's another, some more pearls right here. 31-14. So Tampa Bay, 31-14 during day games, but 26-13-6 to the over. Now, anytime you got a situation like this where you got a team that has a favorable number to the under, and then you got a team like Tampa Bay that has a favorable number to the over, which one do you take, right? In my experience, I always go with the home team. So we'll see if that pans out today. Kansas City, 13-31-4 to the under during day games this year. The Detroit Tigers, 17-34-2 to the under. And the last, Milwaukee, 31-19. Hey, Milwaukee has been so good. If you watch the show at the beginning of the year, I said, I did all my my pennant races predictions. I had Milwaukee up there. Milwaukee was one of my teams this year. And to me, is it just me? Has Milwaukee been the quietest team to win on a consistent basis? Nobody ever talks about the Brew Crew. It's always the Giants. It's always the Dodgers. And Yankees, and they're not even winning. But that's because it's New York. But nobody ever talks about the Milwaukee Brewers, right? And all they do is cash tickets. So good on Cancel and company for always cashing tickets for, hey, we got there's another Christmas gift we got to send, right? That Christmas list is getting really long so far here. All right, let's send the last one. San Diego. Look at there's Milwaukee. Look at that, 31-19. Good job, boys. Really good job. San Francisco. It was surprising. Some of the teams don't even have like 10 games. I thought there was one team that didn't even have 10 day games. I was like, wow, this is pretty low. San Diego. Where's San Diego? Down here. 13-6 to the over. So San Diego in the day game. Look at that. 13-6 to the over. What is some teams? Look at this one. Dodgers 4-9, 14 games. Let's see which have the lowest day games. The Cubbies will have a lot, right? Cubbies will have a lot of games on the day game. But I thought there was one with less than 10. Maybe not. Maybe it was that one there. Let me see here. Angels. Okay, it was Angels. 12 games. They only have 12. I think that's the lowest. The LA Angels. Stay funny. 2 LA teams, right? Go figure. Don't like day. Probably, I don't know why. Why would LA or the Angels or the Dodgers not have day games, right? Very surprising. But yeah, so those are your best day game performers for Major League Baseball. And again, always good to know a bit some of this stuff, right? So this way, when you're handicapping and you're looking for indicators, those are always great indicators that you can look at. All right. Each and every day now, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to do, is I'm going to call this Ron Sports Betting Pearls. All right. So each and every day, I'm going to try to bring you, but maybe not on weekends. Weekends, I got to have some time off, right? But I'm going to have a new segment called Ron Sports Betting Pearls, and that's dedicated to my good friend Greg Dempson. And today's Sports Betting Pearls is the NFL. Now, what I did yesterday is we're getting into the season of the NFL where teams are 2-0 and 0-2, right? So this is, and if you've been watching the Rain Report, I've been saying in the NFL handicapping, you got to treat week 1, 2, and 3 like it's week number 1. And the reason why I say that is teams can come off to a bad start and then start figuring things out, right? Sometimes you get a new coaching staff, a new quarterback, a new left tackle, a new safety, and sometimes you got to move pieces of the puzzle around on a team to get the puzzle that you want exactly, right? So, how have teams, and you see my my title of this segment here, the good, the bad, and the over. And I'll tell you why the over in just a second. teams who are off to a great start versus teams that are off to a bad start. Don't need a rocket scientist to know that teams are off to a great start are 2-0, and teams are off to 0-2 teams, right? So if you scroll right down here, I went into the old faithful database, and since 1983, I've chosen the most favorable and unfavorable handicapping situations for the following teams heading into week number 3. Now, home favorites that started 2-0 this week. Now, everything's related to week number 3, okay? So, any home favorites that started 2-0 since 1983, the over is 65, 46, and 2. And that is San Francisco, Denver, and the Raiders this week. So if you're thinking of playing the overs on home favorites that started the year 2-0, 65, 46, and 2 to the over. Again, Niners against the Packers. Denver, I believe it's the Jets, right? And you got Las Vegas against Miami. And let me just bring out my sheet here. Make sure Denver is playing. The Jets. So I was right on there. So the home underdogs starting 2-0. There's only one team since 1983, there's only been 18 home underdogs that started 2-0, and they're a home underdog in week 3. But that's because they're playing Tom Brady in week number 3, right? So home underdogs starting 2-0, LA Rams, they are only 7-11 straight up in their third game. So if you do like LA Rams, that's something to be careful about this weekend. Away favorites starting 2-0. Now, this is where it gets a little bit better if you like against the point spread. This is the only one, really, when you look at all the situational handicapping for teams 2-0 or 0-2. Away favorites that are 2-0 against the point spread, 30-19-3, and 39-13 straight up. So that is a pretty good, let me get my calculator here. And what's the percentage play of that? So we got 39, and we have plus. All right, so let's do this. So we got 39 divided by 52, or is it, where is that? Yeah, 52. So we have 75%. Wow, that's pretty nice. So look at this. We have away favorites starting 2-0, 39-13 straight up, and that pertains to the Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Arizona Cardinals this week. So guys, away favorites starting 2-0, 30-19 3 against the point spread, 39-13 straight up. So again, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Arizona. Away underdogs starting 2-0. It doesn't pertain to any team this week. And now the home favorites that started 0-2. So let's flip the coin around and let's see that was the good. Now let's go with the bad, right? So home favorites that started 0-2 and are playing this weekend, the New York Giants. They're the only, believe it or not, they're the only team this weekend that started 0-2, and they're a favorite this weekend. You don't see that too often every year, right? But look at the record, 41-26-1. There's that push. I don't know, probably the Steelers or the Bengals there a couple of years ago. But look at that, 41-26-1. And if you do like the Giants, that pertains to the Giants this weekend. Now, home underdogs that started 0-2, and they're going into week number 3. Not as good, 23-44. And look at these teams: Detroit, Minnesota, Jacksonville, and you know, once I mentioned those 3 teams, you know, you didn't have to say nothing much after that. Only Minnesota I'll question against Seattle, but they're in tough against Seattle. Away favorites that are 0-2 going into this weekend. There's no teams. Only 17 teams in history have been away favorites in week number 3 that started 0-2. We got none this weekend. And away underdogs that started 0-2. Away underdogs that started 0-2, and we got 3 teams this weekend. They're 38-75-1. 38-75-1, so not that good for the Jets, Atlanta, and Indianapolis. All right, now let's take a look at the same roles. All right, home favorites, but this time instead of looking at the team, let's their opponents, right? So home favorites against a team that's 2-0 coming into their building. So any home favorites that are 2-0 versus a team that's 2-0. You can see there's no teams this weekend. We have no situation. So, but if we did, that situation is 55-32. Home underdogs against teams that are 2-0. They're only 14-40. and that involves the LA Rams against the Bucks, and then you got Jacksonville, who are hosting, I believe. Let me see here. Where is it again? Jacksonville is playing Arizona. So, Jacksonville's in tough this weekend. Now, away favorites that are facing away teams that are 2-0. So you don't see this often very much since 1983. Away favorites facing another team that's 2-0. So two unbeaten teams, but the away team is the favorite. The away favorite is only 9-13 against the point spread, 12-10 straight up, but 14-8 to the over. So Tampa Bay is the situation there. And away underdogs versus teams that are 2-0 they're only 38-86, so it's even worse. So not good for Green Bay. I'm not sold on Green Bay. I'm not sold on the Packers, the New York Jets, and Miami. So those are three teams that are in tough this week, and they're going up against their away underdogs, and they're going up against teams that are 2-0. Home favorites now. Let's look at the other side. Home favorites that are facing teams that are 0-2. These teams do a little bit better as home favorites. They're 75-44-1, and that is Denver, Giants, and Tennessee. Home underdogs against teams that are 0-2. We have no teams this weekend. Away favorites against teams that are 0-2. Now, this is probably the best one here. 52-22 straight up, and that pertains to the Baltimore Ravens, Seattle Seahawks, Arizona Cardinals, not Diamondbacks. And the last one, away underdogs versus teams that are 0-2. So away underdogs, there's only one team this week that's an away underdog facing a team that's 0-2, and that is the Atlanta Falcons facing the New York Giants, right? All right, so if you look on the right-hand side right here, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, ATS good, so things if you're thinking point spread, of all those situations I just talked about, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Arizona against the point spread, good situation this week, so you might want to consider. If you're thinking money line, just a straight up factor, we have Carolina, Tampa Bay, Arizona twice. So Arizona made the cut twice in this situation. Only them and Denver have made that situation. The Giants, Tennessee, Baltimore, and Seattle. So if you're thinking money line, survivor pool, those are teams that are really in a good handicapping situation. Now, the ugly, the bad and the ugly is Detroit, Minnesota, Jacksonville twice, Jets twice, Atlanta twice, Indianapolis, Packers, Dolphins, and Rams are not in a good straight-up situation involving either home favorite, home underdog, 0-2, 2-0, and we just went through all that, right? And if you're thinking of playing the total this weekend, consider the over in San Francisco, Denver, and the Raiders. And I think the Raiders might have a really good shot of going over the total. All right. Just give you some pearls there, baby. Hey, those are pearls, as my good friend Greg Dempson would say. Always give them pearls, Ronnie. That's what they want. They just come over. They want the pearls. Give them the pearls. And hopefully these numbers will help you with your handicapping. And again, when you handicap depending on how many hours you're putting into your handicapping, once you handicap, if you're handicapping 3-4 hours a day, when the lines come out on a Sunday night, Monday morning, everything's cloudy, right? And then by Wednesday, the fog seems to just dissipates, right? It starts leaving the area, and then you start seeing which teams are more, more confidence level that you're building towards those teams, right? So, anyways, I want to give you that information on the NFL going into week number 3. And again, I'm gonna always try to give you guys some pearls on the weekday. And tomorrow we'll see what I have in the old pearl bag for you guys tomorrow. All right. If you enjoyed that segment, please hit the like button. And if you are new to the Raymond Report, just hit that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button. Always, more the merrier, right? The more people we have, the better it is. All right, let's handicap a couple of baseball games. The first game I'm going to handicap for you guys is the game involving the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, where's this game right here? Where's the Brew Crew? Here it is. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to read some of your stuff here today. Good Pearl says, GM, everyone was working out. Had you all on the headphones. Awesome. Hey, keep that party pump going there, Pele J. Thanks, boss. You, Mr. Smith. Kazi Chief Gang, good morning. Let's make some cash here this morning. Appreciate that. Thanks for those pearls, says OG Wheat. Today I'm going Phillies, Astros, Red Sox, Yankees, Braves, Mariners, and we'll check back tomorrow. Raymond Report has been hot, 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 says Armando Garcia. All right, nice, Armando. Keep it up. And your Raymond Report hit my 5-teamer yesterday. Dodgers, Astros, Yankees, Giants, and Braves. Thanks, you're the man. 102 1,000. Wow, good job, Armando. Hey, Armando, he made the winner's circle last night, and hopefully he cashed out too, because that's a good little payday right there, Armando. Good job. All right, let's take a look at the Cardinals taking on the Brew Crew. Now, Brett Anderson's going to toe the rubber against Miles Michaelis. Now, Michaelis is, I think he was injured halfway through the year, and he's just come back. And you know what? He's probably helped the shore up that starting rotation, because the Cardinals are on a really good run right now. A 10-game win streak, and now the bookmakers have made the Brew Crew a 126 favorite. The over-under is set at 9. My line on the game, I had Milwaukee at minus 216, but I also had the Cardinals at minus 105. So if you do like the Cardinals, you're getting another good value. And if you like the Brew Crew, they're a bit, you're getting good value. So you're getting a good value on both these teams. But again, you know my rule of thumb. Anytime you get a team on this type of win streak, hold the rope, get on the bus, and don't let go, and enjoy the ride, because I've been enjoying St. Louis run here for the last couple of days, and that's what you do. Teams in baseball, because they play every day, it's not like other sports where they get days off. I did videos on this. If you go look at the videos on the tips, every streak that occurs in different sports, there's a different occurrence or length of streaks that go, right? But in baseball, it's about momentum. It's about the zone. Like when you're a player and you're in an offensive zone, and it's just there's a vibe that goes with the team, right? It's just anything you do, it's home runs. So, right now St. Louis got that vibe going, and, hold the rope and get on the bus, because these guys are playing some good baseball. They're 6-3 against teams above 60%. And again, until they start losing, I don't see no reason why to go against. Now, they're going up against Brett Anderson here today. And let's take a look at Mr. Anderson's numbers on the season. And it's good. Let me see here. Brett Anderson. And where's Brett? Here we go. So Brett Anderson, 4-8 on the season, 4.1 ERA. Now Miles is 1-2, a 4.50 ERA. Now Brett Anderson's coming off the 10-day DL, hasn't pitched since September 1st, and he only went 2 innings, so he knew something. And before the game, that was 4 innings. So is that shoulder going to be 100% right now? And when I look at this game, I'm going to be on St. Louis. I'm going to keep riding the Cardinals, and they got another game tomorrow. So they're playing, must be a 4-game series in Milwaukee. So they've already taken 2, 5-2, 2-1. And I do like the Cardinals. And let me check out some of their numbers. And you know what? Analytics really, when you get these streaks, the streak trumps the analytics, right? Sometimes you got to go with your sports gut, and that's what you got to do, right? How you doing, Eric Brown? Ron, what's up? How you doing, Eric? Miss Denica's in the house. And we see people coming in. And again, welcome to the show, folks. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And I've been in this industry since 1996. And I've created a lot of properties in this industry. Things like World Series of Handicapping.com, ATScalculator.com, ATS Stats. And so it's not my first barbecue. All right, speaking of barbecues, let's go to Oakland. And let's see what's cooking up in Oakland right now. We got the A's taking on the Mariners. Now, if you guys recall the last couple of days, I said, you know what? Whoever wins this series is going to have to sweep the other team. And right now, it looks like it's going to be Seattle. And Seattle are going to send Chris Flexen to the hill today against Cole Irving of the Oakland Athletics. And when Irving goes for the Athletics, they're 14-16. Now, for some reason, I want to say that Cole Irving has not been, Irving-like the last couple of starts. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah, he's been on and off, right? Yeah, he did win his last start. He went 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. But prior to that, he struggled a lot. His last win before he last won his last game on September 17th. But prior to that, it wasn't until August 19th. He really struggled during that time. And now you're going up against Chris Flexen, who's been pretty solid all year, to be honest. He's been flexing every time he's been on the mound. 12-6, 3.66 ERA. ERA is a little high for me to really say, having a really great season. That ERA should be in the 2 something. But looking at Flexen's last couple of starts, now he got the victory just like Irvin did on September 17th against Kansas City, but he was struggling too a bit. So you got two pitchers who've been inconsistent of late. So that tells me right there, maybe the total is where you want to lean in this one. Now, my line on the game, I had minus 107 for Seattle, but I also had the Oakland A's at minus 151, and you're getting 134. So you're getting value here, but you're also getting good value on Seattle, who are on a 3-game win streak. They're 17-19 against B-type teams in the Rain Report. And for the Seattle Mariners in their last 10 games, 5-5. Same thing with Oakland. Again, no pun intended, but my first reflex is to lean towards Seattle, but I think the total is where you want to go. And because both these pitchers have struggled of late and the total's 8.5, maybe you buy the hook and you take the over 8. That's where I'm thinking I'm leaning right now. And what was last night's score? 5-2, so it went under. I like that. So I think, law of average. So my law of average theory, what is that here? My Kogo, 76%. It's getting close to that 80. 80 scares me. 80 tells me streak times, right? And look at that, 4-game under streak. But, you know what? I probably would lean to the over today between the Seattle and Oakland A's. And look at this, Seattle on a 3rd game of a series, 14-6 to the over. And for the Oakland Athletics, looking at 3rd game of a series, 9-10, 4-9-1 to the under last 30 days. I know they've been struggling. They're 5-9 at home the last 30 days, but I think the over is where you want to go. White Sox Tiger game canceled, bad weather. Yeah, we're getting some bad weather here in the East Coast. I know in Ottawa we're supposed to get in the next couple of days about 40 millimeters of rain. And there's Gloria K. Good morning, Gloria. The Breakfast Club. Hey, don't you forget about me. Hey, the Breakfast Club theme song. Hey, with Judd. What was his name? Judd. Man, that was such a good movie too in the 80s. There's Sniper. What else? Am I missing anybody? All right, so I'm going to go St. Louis and the over as my top two, not my top two, but my two plays today. And looking at my my schedule. Oh, Rusty, you saying throw me an underdog in there, Coach. All right, Rusty, we'll get you an underdog. Isn't St. Louis an underdog? Hey, yeah, St. Louis, there's your underdog play of the day. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball. Let's go to the Trends Are Your Friend, the 80% Club. Let's go to, hi, underdog, what did I miss? All right, let's go to the 80% Club. Now, we're working on our 80% Club, and the stats have been solid. If you've been watching our podcast, 80% Club stats, we've tinkered a bit of the coding, and you can see the stats have been really solid of late. All right, the Atlanta Braves, 10-1 as a 140-160 road favorite when the total's 9-10 the last 3 years. Also, the under is 10-1 for the Cubs, but the 10-1 for the Cubs as a home team coming off a 4-run loss the last 2 seasons. The over is 9-1 for the Arizona Diamondbacks as a 120-140 home underdog coming off a game that went under the total the last 5 seasons. The Mariners 9-1 as a 120-140 road underdog playing the month of September. So if you do like the Mariners, there's another indicator pointing towards that side. The over 9-1 for the Halos as a home team coming off a game where they allowed 10 runs against in their last contest the last 7 years. So if you like the Angels over, that looks pretty good. And one more for the road. And let's see if we can get you a nice good one here. Let's see. Since I like the St. Louis, any Cardinal stats here? Let me see if I got any Cardinal stats. Cardinals. Yeah, the over, right? That's it. And what about Oakland? A's. Oakland against Mariners. So Seattle. All right. So, here we go. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted Seattle. No Seattle stats right there. All right. Those are your stats and trends for today. And again, you can get this each and every day right here at atsstats.com. And let's take a look at the old 80% Club stats. I got some good trends for you guys in college football. And let's go to college football. And again, if you're a member of ATS, go to your dashboard, go to old 80% Club, go to college football stats, and you'll see we got some really good angles for you this weekend. Liberty as a home or away team versus Atlantic, an ACC opponent, 8-2 against the point spread. Appalachian State as a favorite when the total is 54 or more. Last 10, they're 8-2 against the point spread. Yeah, I really Appalachian State is an interesting matchup. I think they play on what? Is that the one they play on a Thursday? App State? Yeah, against Marshall. And yeah, Marshall didn't look good last week, blowing that one against East Carolina, right? LSU is a road favorite versus Mississippi State. 10-0 straight up last 10. 8-2 against the point spread. Kansas State as an underdog versus the Cowboys, Oklahoma State Cowboys. 3-7 straight up, but look at this, 8-2 against the point spread. I love that coach at Kansas State, Kleeman. I think that's that might be a stat, might be a play you want to look at. And I'll talk about that tomorrow on the college football show. Iowa, okay, we talked about that. Louisville, Clemson. Let me see here. Oregon as a home team versus Arizona, 9-2. Last 11, 7-4, and look at that, 3-7 to the under. So if you like the under in the Oregon Arizona game. And let's scroll down here, and let's see if there's any more down here. Navy, yeah, Navy's got to get their act together on offense. When Navy's a road team on a Saturday and they allowed 22 to 28 points against in their last game, 16-1 against the point spread. So some pretty good stats here today on the Ram Report, and you can get these stats each and every day by going to our database, the old 80% Club, and you can get those stats and trends each and every day right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's take a look at the NFL trends for this weekend. I got a couple of good ones here for you guys. And how we doing on time? Not bad, 40 minutes, good. The Broncos, 21-1 as a -10 or more favorite when the total's 41.5 or higher since 1986. So the Broncos straight up on a money line if you want to parlay them with, or if you're thinking Survivor, right? The over is 13-1 for the Rams in a home team during Week 3 since 1986. So the over 13-1 for St. Louis or LA Rams / St. Louis as a home team during Week 3 since 1996. They're playing the Bucs, so that could happen. The Patriots 12-1 as a home team coming off a win the last 3 years. We'll see how they do this weekend. The Patriots. In fact, the Patriots are going to be facing the Saints. So yeah, talk about a tough schedule for the Patriots, right? They get Miami Week 1. Then they go to the Jets to get a breather, and then they got the Saints and the Bucs, the Bucs. They got Tom Brady next week, right? Steelers 11-1 as a home team. Total when the total is 44.5 or higher the last 6 years. But keep an eye on the injury for Big Ben. I'm hearing he might be out. And the over 11-1 for the Atlanta Falcons as a +3.5 to 6.5 point away underdog, coming off 2 ATS losses since 1996. So if you like the over in the Falcon games, that's a pretty good indicator right there. All right, those are some of the top NFL stats and trends. We'll have more of those trends for you guys on Saturday or Friday when we break down more of those games. And let's go to the ATS calculator, and let's take a look at some of the games on the calculator. Now, I'm always going to go to I'll start it off with a couple of college football. Illinois against Purdue. All right, let's do Illinois against Purdue. So if you like this game here this weekend, we've got Illinois against Purdue. And I heard an interesting thing this morning, and I'll take a look at it just because Purdue played Notre Dame last week, right? And I want to take a look at something. In fact, I'll do it right after this. Where's Purdue? All right, Illinois, Purdue. Survey says we got Purdue winning by 24. Look at that, by 24, and 50.15 is the total right there. Wow, that's a big score right there. And let me just bring up. I'm going to bring up the lines on this page right here. Actually, I'll bring up the so this way I'll have the odds with me. But yeah, while I'm waiting for that, I want to take a look at this. Any team after facing Notre Dame. So let's do current season. Teams are taking a little bit of time here. All right, go back here. Let's do any teams after playing Notre Dame. All right, I'm going to have to check out this. All right, it's always good to do quality control, right? How about the last couple of years? Last 3 years. And while I'm doing that, let me check out that Purdue line. There it is. Minus 11. So the calculator had, all right, so here we go. Any team last 3 seasons, so since 2019 or 2018, after playing Purdue, 17-6 straight up, 15-8 against the number. But I think it's 0-2, so or 0-3 this year. So keep an eye out on that. I heard that this morning. I said, you know what, I got to check that out. All right, so Illinois against Purdue, 36. So we have the calculator winning by 24. So we do have Purdue covering, and we have the total at 50.1. So we do like it to go under the total. Hey, Lonnie Smith. Hey, Ron. How you doing? Hey. All right, next game. Let's take a look at one more game for college football. Let's do. I did a couple yesterday. Texas A&M. Did I do Texas A&M yesterday? I'll do it again just in case. Texas A&M against Arkansas. That's going to be a great game. Hey. I know Pittman's got the best spread record, and I'll talk about that tomorrow in college football. Texas A&M against Arkansas. We got A&M winning 5.3. The over-under at 54.17. So, wow, we got Texas pull off the upset here. We got A&M pulling off the upset. They just got to get their offense in gear, right? And one more. Let's do one more for the road. And let's do this one here. Let's go get a good game here. All right, North Carolina against Georgia Tech. The new surging Georgia Tech. Eh? No, not surging really. They played better. You know what? They're playing much better, even though they lost to Clemson 8-14. That's impressive. You know, only losing by 6 to the Tigers, right? So let's go North Carolina. North Carolina against Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets. Right here. Survey says. All right, we got North Carolina winning by 26. Wow. North Carolina winning by 26, and Georgia Tech's favorite in that game. Total at 50.51, so it does like it to go under the total. Okay, interesting scenario right there. Let's go NFL. Let's break down some of the NFL games. Let's go just a couple of games here. Seattle against, let's do Seattle, Minnesota. Seattle against Minnesota. We'll go NFL. Seattle against Minnesota. We have Seattle winning 3.6 to 59.17. Wow. What's the total in that game? Let me check out the total in that game between Seattle and Minnesota. Minnesota has won a preseason game. They haven't won a regular season game. You know, I wonder if they fired their kicker this week. Zimmer's didn't look too impressive. Yeah, 55.5 is the total. We got 59.17. And let's do one more NFL game. We do have a CFL game tonight. Maybe I'll do a CFL for you guys. Arizona against Jacksonville. Let's check out that one. Arizona against Jacksonville. Let's see what the survey says on this one. And we got Arizona winning by 22 and 53.3. And what's the total in that game? 51. All right, CFL fans, we do have a game tonight between Hamilton and your Ottawa Redblacks. All right, and we do have Hamilton winning by 17. The over/under at 44.5. Yeah, if I can tell you from being a homer here in Ottawa, don't even touch Red Blacks game until they get their offense in gear, right? And last but not least, let's take a look at those two games we handicap in baseball today. So we're going to take a look at St. Louis, the St. Louis Cardinals against the Milwaukee Brewers. And we do like Brewer 0.23 to 8.2. Wow, what's the total in that game? Let's take a look at the total in that game between the Brew Crew and the Cardinals. In fact, I got that right here. Just pull it up. St. Louis and Milwaukee, 9.5. So it does like it to go under the total, and we got Milwaukee winning. And let's take a look at Seattle against Oakland. Seattle against Oakland. And again, this is a great tool to use if you're doing a college football and there's so many games. It gives you a good indicator on where you should be leaning, right? We do have Oakland 0.57, 8.58. And what's the total in this game here today? I thought it was 9 or 8.5, was it? 8.5. And I do like the over. So that falls in line with my situation here where I was thinking about that game, right? All right, what do we got here? So, all right, folks, that is the show today in a nutshell for a Wednesday, a hump day, September 22nd. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. And as always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. And if you're interested in the membership here at atsstats.com, use the promo code FB21, that's F as in Frank, B as in Bravo, 21 to get 20% off your next membership package. And if you're interested in getting my premium picks for college and NFL football this weekend, I'm hitting 66% of my football picks so far on the year. And you can get them just by going to our website right here at atsstats.com. All right, have yourself a great rest of your day. I'll be back with some more pearls on a Thursday. In fact, tomorrow is college football Thursday, so we'll break down all the games, and I'll be bringing you guys some information on college football for this weekend. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you all back shortly with another Raymond Report. In the meantime, hasta la vista, baby. Cheers. See you mañana.